More women are coming forward tonight in the chilling case of a Frederick man accused of knowingly infecting women with HIV. A grand jury has already indicted 34-year-old Rudolph Smith for allegedly transmitting the AIDS virus to 4 women. Bruce Lesham reports tonight he may soon be charged with infecting even more females.
McLaurin Lane, a beautiful tree-lined street, just like a million other streets in America. But this is the street where Frederick police earlier this week arrested Rudolph Smith and accused him of knowingly infecting 4 women with HIV. Just in the one day since the story broke, several other women have come forward and said that Smith infected them too. Smith allegedly met the women on dating sites like Bumble and the now shut-down site Backpage. Prosecutors tell me the 34-year-old did not warn the women and would insist on unprotected sex, knowing full well he was infected with HIV. One of the alleged victims went to police back in 2017, but it took police and prosecutors almost 2 years to put together enough evidence to indict him. And during those 2 years, almost 2 years, police suspect that several other women may have been infected by Smith, even after police spoke to him and warned him that they were looking into what he was doing. The grand jury has indicted him on 4 counts each of first-degree assault, reckless endangerment, and knowing transfer of HIV. Now, that law dates back to 1989, when many people saw HIV as a death sentence. The virus can be kept at bay with medication now, but the impact on victims is still enormous. In Frederick, Bruce Lesham, WUSA 9.
Prosecutors in this case sought no bond. They warned that Smith was a danger to the community. A judge set bail at $100,000. At last check, Rudolph Smith was still in custody.